Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. Let's hear it for Sienna the shelter dog. So Sienna was there at an event where they're trying to get people to adopt some dogs. And Sienna broke away from the crowd of dogs and walked right up to a man. She sat down, looked the man in the eye, put her paw on his leg, and refused to leave his side. A spokesperson for the shelter said she sat quietly at his feet, refused to budge, and softly placed his paw on his leg. It wasn't a trick, it wasn't prompted, it was pure intuition. She then started pawing at the guy's leg. Despite never being trained, Sienna knew something was wrong. Moments later, the man's wife approached and said, "My husband is either having a seizure or is about to have one." The woman said the husband had had several seizures that morning, but after returning home for rest, he seemed to have recovered. Hopefully, Sienna finds a forever home. We're told she has the innate ability to alert to a stranger's medical needs with no special training, and just her love for humans as motivation. The Friends of Campbell County Animal Control had said, "Please help us find her the home she deserves. Family out there needs her as much as she needs them." Now, in case you're worrying about the man and the wife already have 3 dogs. In the UK, zoos will be legally required to give animals more enclosure space. Under the changes, elephants have to be given larger habitats, and legislation will bring an end to practices like the long-term tethering of birds of prey, letting visitors touch fish and rays and octopuses. James Kristen is the chief executive of Chester Zoo. He told the BBC he welcomes the changes, and the reforms are not a major surprise. Nice job by Mike. He donated a kidney. He was part of an exchange that enabled Jacob, a former neighbor, to get the organ that he needed. Jacob said if it weren't for Mike, I'd probably still be on dialysis waiting. Jacob's parents had posted on social media their son had lost both kidneys and was awaiting a donor. Mike said, as a human being, I felt sympathy. As a parent, I felt empathy for the parents. The question would be, was he a match? He was. They were both O negative. Mike's daughter was worried, well, what happens if you need a kidney someday? And Mike explained as a living donor, he would be on the priority list for a replacement kidney. Currently, about 23% of kidney transplants in the U.S. come from living donors. Transplants from living donors have a 98% success rate. A musician from Trinidad and Tobago broke a Guinness World Record. He played the steel pan for 31 consecutive hours. Congratulations to Joshua. Joshua told Guinness, I've been playing steel pan since I was 5. My father founded a well-known steel band, so I grew up surrounded by music. Their rehearsals often went late into the night, and I was always there soaking it in. Steel pan wasn't just something I picked up. It was something I was born into. In many ways, it chose me. His original plan was to stop at 30 hours, and he explains, as we were approaching the 30th hour, my stage manager pointed out that the stage timer was actually set to 31 hours. That detail changed everything. The adrenaline was already pumping. The crowd was alive. I had so much support, I decided to push through. Ending on 31 felt right, not because I had to, but because at that moment, I knew I could.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody. Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe-to-toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this, everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I saw this story over the weekend, and it really touched me. The headline, a new homeowner found a grave in the backyard, then photos revealed the truth. This was from Newsweek. Crystal told Newsweek, I'd only seen the stone, and this gave me a glimpse into what she looked like and how loved she was. All right, what's the story here, John? Crystal moved into a house in 2024. She was cleaning up the yard, and she found a pet grave marker engraved with the name Honey. She told Newsweek, I'd only seen the gravestone. A few months later, she found some photos. They were found in a closet in a dusty top shelf with a few miscellaneous items that were left behind like screws and old manuals. She shared a video on TikTok showing the grave markers and said, found this in our backyard when we moved in and wondered what she must have been like and how loved she must have been. Then she switched over to the photos, and they showed a collie relaxing in this same home. And in every photo, there was a beanie baby of a collie dog, which was the kind of dog that Honey was. One commenter said, this is why I cremated my boy. I couldn't think of leaving him home. If I moved, that's what I have done for that exact same reason. Another commenter said, my farm has a pet cemetery from the previous owners. They lived here for 30 years and had a few dogs who now rest here forever. I tend to the cemetery with love in my heart, and my dog now rests beside them. Nice story there. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. If you enjoy the program, please tell a friend about it. They might like it too. If you'd like the program without commercial interruption or feed drops, go to caloroga.com/plus, or if you're on Apple Podcasts, click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening. You have an awesome day.
Want this podcast without commercial interruptions or feed drops? Caloroga Plus is just $5 a month, and you'll get this show ad-free. Plus, we've just added the full first seasons of Eastwood Reloaded and Crown and Controversy, so you can binge listen our new series without a single interruption. Caloroga Plus gives you palace intrigue, 5 good news stories, daily comedy news, 5 daily trivia questions, and all the other shows on the Caloroga Shark Media Network, totally ad-free. For just $5 a month, it's the best deal going. Apple Podcast users can even get a 30-day free trial by clicking the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening. If you're on any other app, head to caloroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes. Don't wait. Get your uninterrupted content now. Apple Podcast users click that banner that says Uninterrupted Listening. If you're on any other app, head to caloroga.com/plus. Link in the show notes.
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SC Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.